Everyone, so let's try in this video let's try to write a void function, and let's just see how it is being written, right? Let's just know or have a look on how a void function actually looks like, function and a void function, because since void functions are simple because they are not returning anything, I'm just trying to write a one, right? So first I will just write a void setup. Sorry. Okay, so I write a void loop also. Since you know these things, I'm just writing them, guys. It's okay. So let's say this pin mode, all these businesses are here, so let's just write a pin mode. All what is this? Let's say 13 output, right? So let's say pin mode 13 output is here. So and I'm writing here 4 lines of code, just some bling, okay, nothing big. Digital write 13 high, delay let's say 1000. 1 second. So I'll copy it. Not now. Okay, 39,000, and I'm just writing a 13 low as well. Sorry, I'm just having some cough. Okay, so this thing is happening very simply, so nothing to do. So let's write this into a function. I'm just copying this, yeah, okay, let's not copy this. I will have this all here. I'll copy all these things so that I can use it anywhere I want. Okay, so now I remember all these 4 lines. Okay, so I'm going to write it inside a function. Okay. So I will write this function. Let's say I will write this function either after this. Okay, normally okay, let's say let's not worry about the place first. I will delete everything. So oh no, that's right, I will take these 4 lines. Let's do it like this. Okay, 4 lines and I will delete everything else. Just delete, simple delete. Okay, select all, delete. I should have done. So everything is gone. So I will just write a function and let's see. So I know the structure, so I want you to remember it, guys, so you cannot miss it. Return type, name. I'm going to follow this structure. Okay, this is a rule. Okay, and function content. Okay, okay, I will first write the return type. So what is our context of the function? We digital write some values to the pin, so we switch on, we wait for 1 second, and we switch off, we wait for 1 second. So from the last video, just tell me what is the return type. Okay, so what should be replaced in the place of return type? Okay, so you see, if you have watched the last video, you know it is void, because we are not returning anything, we're just doing something. You are just cleaning your room, right, as your mom said. So it's very clear, it's a void function. You're not giving anything back, you're just doing a work. Okay, output. Okay, fine. So then you are going to give a name. Okay, so I'm going to say it's a bling function, so maybe bling is a keyword, so I don't want to give that name. Oh, okay, it works. So anyway, I will write do a blink. Okay, so you can give a name anything you want. It's up to your choice. Okay, so try to give some meaningful names. So then we will open and close a curly bracket, normal bracket, and then we will open and close a curly bracket. Okay, so we have created the structure, right? We have done. So but what we have to do now here, if the function is being used, whatever the content inside the function, that means something you write within these 2 curly brackets, are supposed to be implemented, right? Or are supposed to be done, are supposed to be unpacked and used. Okay, unpacked and being implemented. So when you are writing the function, you write the context, obviously. So what is our context? What should be implemented when you call the function? The blink scenario. So all the 4 lines I am writing. So what simply I did is I took those 4 lines and I packed inside the function. Very simple, right? Nothing to do. So we are done. Okay, so this return type name, and here we should be having the body, right? Function body. We tell it function body. That means whatever should happen should be inside the body. Okay, so here I'm sorry. So here this is the body. So when we call this function inside the void loop, okay, inside the void loop, when we call this function, all these 4 lines are simply replaced there, simply visible there. So this all this, in other words, all these 4 lines are simply implemented there. Nothing else is happening. Okay, so it is same as you are having a void setup and void loop. That void loop is having these lines. Okay, so I will write that again. So I will remove this context. So because we have wrote the function. Okay. Okay, so let's say void setup. Okay. So it is some kind of making the work easy, right? You don't want to write every mess inside the void loop. Instead of that, you take your mess inside the function, inside one or more functions, and you are simply calling the function inside the particular loops. Okay. So let's say pin mode, okay, 13 output OUT PUT. Is that good? We are good, right? Fine. So inside the void loop, earlier what we were writing, we were writing all these lines. Yes or no? So that the blink happened. Now we have a function, right? So that means we brought all these 4 lines inside a function. So now we are supposed to call the function. So what I will do is I will remove these 4 lines because we don't need this. Okay, and we are going to, oh damn it. Is there a control plus Z, guys? I'm just kind of screwed up with these things because it happens all the times. When I press some back button, it loses everything, right? Okay, nothing to worry. I hope I can rewrite it quickly. Sorry for the delay. So if you are bored, you can forward the video 5 or 10 seconds so that you can come to the context, okay, without wasting time on me reading, rewriting all these things. Okay, so I'm sorry again. I will try to avoid it, but I am wondering why this thing is happening. So pin mode 13 output. Okay, so I will try to see if there is a way to do a control set at least. Okay, nice. Okay, so I removed all this. I said we are having all these 4 lines inside this void loop. So now I have removed everything from the void loop. So to implement all these 4 lines, what I am simply going to do is I am going to call the function. So how to call the function? We have a new question, right? So how to call the function is just telling the name of the function with the 2 brackets and having a semicolon. That's all. So what is the name of the function? What is this return type? What is this name of the function? So now you know what is the name of the function, right? Because return type and name. I said you the structure, right? Return type and name, right? So the name is doBlink. So you simply say doBlink, please come here. So you tell the name. So your mom is coming to you and telling you go and buy vegetables, or coming and telling you clean the room. Simple as that, right? So same way you are telling doBlink, and also the rule is you are supposed to mention these 2 normal brackets. So sorry, it's 3. Okay, so simply talking these 2 things. Okay, this area you should cover when you are calling the function. So you call the I repeat, okay, function name and the 2 brackets, and then simply, as we have a rule in the Arduino, at the end of the line we are it's a command, right? We are calling, we are having a semicolon. That's all, we are done. So how to call the function? Function name, okay, 2 brackets and semicolon. You are done, right? So that's it. So when you do like this, what this Arduino will do is it will go and look if there's a function in this file with the same name. So it will come out of the void, check in the void loop, check in the void setup, and it will check before the void setup, after the void loop, and it will search everywhere and see, there's a function implementation with the same name. So that means he wants this function to be implemented here inside the void loop. So he will go and see what is inside the function. He will take all the 4 lines, okay, and he will replace all the 4 lines here. Who? Arduino will do it. Okay. The same thing will happen when you call the function, right? So Arduino will do it. But when we read it, we don't know all these things. We only see, I'm sorry guys, repeat. We only see, so I will write only this void setup since you was void loop, since you are supposed to understand. I don't know why this pain is happening to me. Okay, so you will only see the function name inside the void loop. So with the 2 brackets. So you will write no return type even mentioned, okay, only the function is mentioned, because when you are calling you, okay, your mama is calling you to buy vegetables, she is not saying vegetables is the return type, you know it, right? So she says only buy vegetables, she has already typed, so forget about the vegetables, it's a void function. So she says only clean the room, so you go and do the things. So your mom doesn't even mention here void, no, only the name. Okay, so I repeat, as a comment I will add this name. Okay guys, okay, name and this. So now I want to tell you one more thing. So you may wonder, so okay, in the code where we are supposed to write the functions, I all of a sudden wrote the function outside of the both loops, and downside after the void loop I wrote it, right? So you may wonder, so is that place correct? So this is the rule guys. Okay, so normally I'll finish this thing here and come. Normally when we are writing a function, okay, implementing a function, we write it outside of the void setup and void loop, because that's the concept, right? We want to keep the void loop very neat. Okay, and void setup we are writing the things that should happen only one time. So the function implementation we are writing outside of both. So normally we write after the void loop. Okay, so you know, in the Arduino we have already told to Arduino, please run void setup once and repeat void loop forever, right? Run the void loop repetitively. Don't worry about anything else. So if you write something else outside of this without breaking the code syntax or code's rules, this thing will stay here. This will not do anything. Okay, this will shut up and stay. Okay, so you remember when we are talking about the variable, the global variables we were writing on top of the void setup, right? That means outside of the void setup and void loop variable, you know. So they don't make any harm. They stay there. So only you are using them. Only you are calling the variables for some purpose or using the variables. Then only they will be referred. I said you, right? From the outside. So same scenario. So the functions will be existing outside of the void loop and void setup. So when you are going to use them, so when you are calling them, so do blink. So this will go on, okay, this bugger is there. Then he will go and refer this and implement everything within this. Otherwise, nobody cares about this. Okay? So whoever wants to read the code only has to read the void setup and void loop. And then if a function is being called, then that particular person will come and check this function name. Okay, this is that function, and read the implementation. And another thing is, if this blinking business is happening 4 or 5 places, and if you want to change this pin number, if you change it inside this function, then that will be replaced in all the 4 places. So it will decrease your work as well. So it will make your work very neat and clear. Okay, so if you don't understand, just don't worry. Okay. So, and also since we have wrote the function outside, so you can compare it with a variable, right? Because variable also we are telling a data type and giving the variable name and the value. So if you write the variable outside of the void setup, okay, you can use it inside the both block, right? Outside of the void setup and void loop, you can use this variable inside both block, right? Because it's a global variable. So likewise, since you wrote this function outside, let's say it's a global function, it's common for both loops, both blocks. So you can call the function inside the void loop if you want it to run multiple times. If you want it to run only one time, you can call it inside the void setup as well, because it's outside of both. So both can use the function. You understand what I'm telling? Okay. So now this video is very important, guys. From the knowledge of the previous videos, you should go through these videos, because this is very important, because this is the real implementation. Okay. So it's very important to tell pin mode 13 is output. So if you don't understand, just come to this place and see what do blink is called. So what is the content of the do blink? Copy and replace all the 4 lines in this line number 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, all the 4 lines will be replaced. Then that is what this void loop is going to do when the do blink function is being called. Very simple, right? So what I want you to do is you guys just take this code, or just copy this, or just type it manually and run and see what happens. So you just have to type this code manually and run before running that, connect your Arduino and connect an LED with the resistor to the line number 13, pin number 13, and ground the minus part of the LED and upload this code and see whether this blink is really happening or not. Okay, so then if you want, you can change these numbers. Maybe you can change it to pin number 12 and connect another LED to pin number 12 and or connect the same LED to pin number 12 and see whether still the pin number 12 LED is working or not once you change it. Okay, so then you will understand, okay, this function is being called, so this all the lines are implemented. You understand, guys? So I think it's very clear to you, please take a pause and rewatch the video if you don't understand anything, or rewatch all the 3 or 4 videos that I have uploaded in the functions so that you will get some idea. So we are supposed to do a lot of practicals in the functions because it is something being used in every programming language, every concept. You can't just avoid it. Okay, so rewatch it just to do this first practical, and I will do a few more practicals, and first we'll do something with the void function. So the main important parts, now you have known how to write a function technically without explanation, just technically hard coding how to write a function with the technical C++ or Arduino context, Arduino syntax. Okay, it is just this line number 13 to 19. And the second thing is, you know how to call a function. Okay, I have explained it enough, right? The third thing is, you now know where to write the function. Okay, 3 things very important. So when you are coming about learning about this where to write all this and the function structure, you can compare it with variables also. Where to write the global variables and how to write the global variables, you can simply compare the function with that, or just remember the variable business as well. Okay, so 3 important things we have learned. If you don't understand, just rewatch the video, you'll get the point, and do that practical and let me know if you have any problems. Okay guys, so I'll come back to you with the next video. So until then, have a great day ahead and do subscribe us. Stay safe and happy, guys. Have a great day ahead.